A production supervisor at a major chemical company must determine which of the two catalysts, A or B, maximizes the hourly yield of a chemical process. In order to compare the mean hourly yields by using the two catalysts, the supervisor runs the process using each catalyst for a 5-hour period. We have the resulting yields in pounds per hour here. Is there a significant difference between the two mean hourly yields using the two catalysts? We have to test at 95% confidence level. In order to compare the mean hourly yields by using the two catalysts, we have to test the null hypothesis, in which we assume that there is no difference between the mean hourly yields, versus the alternative hypothesis, in which we assume that there is a difference between the mean hourly yields at 5% significance level. We have a two-tailed test. So in this case, we have to read the t-value at 2.5 significance level. And we have 80 degrees of freedom. 5 plus 5 minus 2, so we have to read at 80 degrees of freedom. I'll try to use a t-table. So I'm looking for t-value at 2.5% and 8 degrees of freedom. So the value of t is 2.306. So we have two cut-off points, negative 2.3 and 2.3. So that means we have to accept the null hypothesis for any value between negative 2.3 and positive 2.3. If we use the classical approach and we calculate t-value based on our formula, we have a value for t of 4.6, which is greater than 2.3. In this case, we have to reject the null hypothesis and we have to accept the alternative hypothesis. So this is the classical approach. We can use p-value approach, and in this case, we have to use software. So I'll try to use a spreadsheet in Excel, in which I have the two samples for catalyst A and catalyst B. So I'm going in data analysis, and I'm looking for a t-test for two samples. We have to assume equal variances. So they will ask me which one is the variable one range. So we have from A1 to A6. Second variable is from B1 to B6. I can check I included both labels, A, which is in cell A1, and B, which is in cell B1. So I'll check labels. We have a significance level of 5%, and we started with what assumption? That there is 0, the difference between these two means. I'll try to increase a bit to see better. P-value at a two-tailed test. So this p-value, it's less than significance level that we took in account, 5%. So in this case, we can say that we have enough evidence to accept the alternative hypothesis and to reject the null